Fuck me. Mini tongue.
This is the Dude Loft Mountain podcast with your hosts, Gabe, Tanner, and Tommy.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Dude Loft Mountain. I'm your host, Gabe, joined with Tanner.
Howdy.
And Tommy.
And I'm on a recorded line.
Technically.
They've tapped our phones.
All right. Hello everyone, welcome back.
I thought you were about to do the intro again.
No.
it was like the same cadence and everything. It was like, this man's lost his
I
mind.
like how Gabe has this like Clark Kent hair.
It's just this
It's
one
hanging down.
really long string.
Yeah.
I can't, it's already too late. I can't put it up.
So edgy.
Who's your lowest lane?
As long as it doesn't touch me, it's fine. I don't have a lowest lane.
Ooh.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what if he's listening? Yikes, dude.
Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't give a shit.
That's so rude.
I don't. If he doesn't force me to join in stupid things that I don't give a shit about, I'm not going to force him to join in stupid things that he doesn't give a shit about.
That's
I
okay.
am
I
completely lost.
Never mind.
Completely. No, I was following. Then Gabe started saying, he started rapping over there.
Oh, am I talking too fast? Anyway, so I saw this thing right before we started recording, and I'm assuming you two have seen it or are aware of it, but who knows? Because I don't know how old it is. But apparently the vaccine is causing guys to have bigger balls.
No, that's what that fucking, isn't that Nicki Minaj shit? Didn't it start with her?
I don't know. Continue.
Because there was some Nicki Minaj shit where she was talking about how, like, her cousin's friend fucking can't get it up anymore and all this shit, and his balls got bigger.
Wait.
This was the whole Nicki Minaj like going on rants on Twitter of like how, and then like a whole thing about her not believing in the vaccine and she's not getting it, and people started going for her, and then kind of like just got escalated.
And most people pointed out, hey, that sounds like your man's got an STD.
Oh,
you
no.
might want to let him know.
Where did you hear that, Gabe?
It was just on Twitter. Like I opened up Twitter while we were setting up, and it was like the first thing that popped up is just when someone wants proof that you're vaccinated, and it's just this guy who's unrobing, and he just has these huge nuts that are being like on a stool. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then I clicked on it, and then all these other things about like, I got
fat nuts.
like that's a Pfizer issue that I have Moderna, and like all this thing back and forth. I'm like, is this a thing?
Dude,
is this happening?
I'm so fucking tired of hearing
It's
certain
annoying.
words. I'm so tired of hearing the
Words.
names of
Vaccines, Moderna, Pfizer.
I'm tired of it. It's like, get that shit out of my fucking face. You don't know as much as you think you do.
Mm-hmm.
If you're throwing around shit like, well, the Pfizer vaccine, blah, 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 on Twitter,
Dude,
fuck you. You don't know
Nobody
shit.
knows. The government
No.
doesn't even know. The vaccines aren't FDA approved yet. The only reason people
The
can
Pfizer
get
one
them-
is.
Is it?
Yeah, just the one.
Oh, just the one.
Yeah.
Well, is that the one that was like recently approved for kids to take?
Oh, I think
'Cause
once
one
it
of
passed
them-
FDA approval.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think because Pfizer has always been like 12 and up. Moderna is a different age and up, I think. I don't know. I've already did mine, so all that information gone. I did my research, gone.
We've
don't
all
care
been
anymore.
we've all been chipped up. We're good.
Yeah. I'm not going to be. They're going to know exactly where I am, so they're going to want me to be nice and safe, just in case. Just here you go. You stay here, you good, compliant little person.
I remember when people were talking more about like encouraging vaccinations and whatnot, that on TikTok, all these girls were like recording videos saying like, oh, the vaccine's making my boobs bigger. Just like a blatant lie so that people would go get it. And then dudes do the same thing. Like, I got the vaccine and my dick's like 2 inches longer. Just like the dumbest shit to try to fool
smart.
idiots to go get it.
That's pretty smart because it's not hard to fool idiots.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah, you just tell them to drink fucking bleach. Or what was it? Was it bleach?
What
Tide
Trump
Pods?
said?
Yeah.
Yeah. He told. Yeah. He
Clorox
told
or
somebody.
something?
To,
Yeah.
He said, what, can't we just inject some of that stuff in their veins and then have them drink bleach? Ha, ha, ha. Funny guy.
I forgot all about that. Oh, I'm having a seizure.
Yeah, our world was a Simpsons episode for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fucking strange. But so speaking of like TikTok and its hold on media, on like news and the things that are going on in the world, because everyone has it. It was weird because I kept watching it. So I'm sure that everyone who is listening has heard in some way of the Gabriela Petito. story where she's missing. Currently, as of today that we're recording this, she's missing. And everyone like blew up with like, this sounds suspicious. And it sounds suspicious because it's her and her fiance who are alone for a very long time. And then what makes it weird is he just showed up and just started being normal, like nothing happened, instead of informing everyone exactly why he's by himself. Everyone exploded. I've seen so many TikToks about this. I've seen so many articles on Twitter, and I am purposely just like, nope, they'll figure it all out, and then I'll just read all about it from beginning to end.
Watch a documentary.
Yeah, I'll watch a
someday, I'm
documentary
sure.
on Netflix. It'll be fine. I don't need to speculate and keep myself up at night. But I know that there are a lot of true crime podcasts and TikToks, and people love that shit. I spent way too fucking long hours because it was on in the background, just someone doing her makeup, explaining like true crime things. Hours I was just in this show. Weird, the weirdest, but it's really interesting when being explained how things took place back then, and it's a true crime. But there's like a little bit of tone deafery, I think, if that's a word, or if I can use it that way, with certain podcasts and TikToks.
Oh, 100%.
Where they're like extremely excited about all of this, but like this is a human who's still currently possibly alive and suffering, and you're just not taking any of that into a consideration.
Yeah, I like true crime stuff. I hate certain people who like get hyped when a new serial killer's out and about, and it's like.
Yeah,
it's like there's a line like where you're kind of obsessed with it in a weird way. Like,
yeah. It's weird because like people have spoken about her in like the past tense, and I'm like, but
we don't know.
We don't know. Like we don't know what's happening. You can speculate all you want, but like to already assume that what you have, I guess, assumed or speculated is correct is really weird to me, especially when you're talking about someone who's gonna eventually hear this probably. Like that person might hear you speak about them as if they're gone, or speak about them in like an ill manner, and that's just weird because you don't know this person. You're just into something that they're involved in.
If you ever want a good example of like those kind of people, and I think you were talking about this the other day, there's a documentary on Netflix called Don't Fuck with Cats.
Yes.
And all the people they interview are fat, like moms and dads with nothing better to do than to sit on their computer all day in a Facebook group and send back and forth shit. And the whole entire documentary, they're acting like they discovered all this shit. They do not matter. All this shit happened. Like if anything, they caused more negative things to happen because of them immediately jumping to conclusions and shit like that. But the whole documentary, they're like, we did this. And it's like, you didn't do shit.
You're
lady.
just Googling stuff.
Like you're just sitting on your computer. Like you're not like an investigator. Like it's like I don't understand why you think this is such a fucking game. Like,
yeah,
I understand
because
like
that's
why those people do that though. Because like even though all the information's already out there and people know the story more so than those particular people do, as they Google and find stuff, they can kind of put the pieces together themselves. So it is kind of like a rewarding game. Maybe that's why they do it.
It's just you're planning. You're like they're in this
escape
documentary.
rooms exist.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
that would be a good point.
It's a natural like I like investigating stuff. Like everyone's got like a little part of them that likes to investigate.
Yeah,
things
that's why we're gonna go hunt for Bigfoot.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there's like they are having direct communication with a like serial killer in this.
Oh dang, I didn't know that.
They're like having direct communications with this dude, and he's like fucking with them, and they're trying to fuck with him. It's like they cause a lot of bad shit. I was watching it, and I was like, by the end of it, there was like two people who every time they showed them, I was just like, shut
is this
the
called?
fuck up. Don't fuck with cats.
Don't fuck with cats. It's a very heavy documentary.
I like
but
heavy.
it is definitely framed and cut in a way where you are supposed to, as the viewer, be right behind these Facebookers trying to catch this person whom, like Tommy said, if you were to take a step back and just kind of look at it for what it is, It's a bunch of people who willingly like have said like, oh, I'm just not working. I don't have anything else to do. Like this person doesn't understand how much time I have, and is like bragging about this skill and just Googling things and like putting pictures to there. One of them is in Google Maps and is just spending hours tracing like streetways.
Yeah,
where she thinks this person is.
Yeah, because he posted like a picture or something, and it showed like an area, and so she was like, let's look at the weather, let's look at this, and then just started going through Google Street Maps and like found the area, and like they do find stuff sometimes, but they don't take the correct action with it.
Yeah,
like the whole entire time
they do eventually like send here's everything we know to the police.
Yeah,
but it's been like it's very old. It took a while to get all this information. They do that. And it's cool, and like these people did a good thing. They tried to help, and that's wonderful. It made this documentary, and it's a good documentary. You should watch it. Everyone should watch it. But
get fucked.
It is weird to see people who are like doing this as a hobby and are getting very involved in this thing. Luckily, there are no. Well, I can't say that without giving something away, so never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say there's some pretty big fuck ups.
Is this like a feature length documentary or like a series?
It's like a 4 to 6 episode.
Yeah,
thing.
it's a limited series. My little brother Spitz at the time was like 13, 12.
Still can't believe.
Oh, so this has been around for a while.
At least on Netflix.
Yeah, it's probably. I think it came out in like 2016 or 2017, possibly.
And I could be a little wrong with the time frame because the quarantine has like fucked up my perception of time.
Yeah, time is weird now.
So I don't know how far back something was.
Dude, for real.
It could have been
for fucking real.
It could have been just last year that we watched this, but he ran downstairs while him and my mom and I were in the house and was like, I'm watching this documentary. Do you guys want to watch it with me? Can you watch it with me? Please, can you watch it with me? And I was like, he doesn't give a shit about any of us. Our opinions on what he likes doesn't matter. He doesn't share. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is important. We should watch this.
Yeah, you're like, this is huge.
And so he's like, okay, he turns it on and then we start eating and we're watching. My mom, he and I sat there all day long and finished it from start to finish. That was the first time I've ever been something to completion in one go.
I watched it all day one day at work.
Nice.
I just had it on like next to my computer screen while I was
That's how I got through the Jinx in a day.
Yeah. It's a good way to get through those miniseries.
Yeah.
Like,
what's a Jinx?
We talked about it before.
You owe me a Coke.
Name? Oh my god.
Oh.
I can't remember the guy's name from the Jinx.
Robert. No.
My brain says Bob Lazar, but that's the alien.
No,
guy.
that's the alien dude. Goddamn. What's his name?
Robert sounds right.
Robert Durst?
Yeah, something Durst.
Richard Durst?
I don't remember.
Hang on.
But
I'm moving as fast as I can. Robert Durst.
Yeah, Robert. We've talked about him a little bit.
Damn, son, my brain be dumb.
He's like the son of like a huge real estate mogul in New York and got away with some crimes, and then this guy made a movie on it called All Good Things with Ryan Gosling, which was based on the story, and then he later went on and did a documentary with the actual criminal before like anything had been confirmed.
Oh.
And so he's like getting real close and friendly, the director is, with this criminal and like learning his story, and is kind of like putting the pieces together, and it's really fun to watch.
Yeah.
The way this guy talks is very similar to the Joker from Batman. Like the way Heath Ledger talks in that movie.
Okay, Heath
and
Ledger.
it's just like, oh, this man just like gives me the creeps. It's uncomfortable. But I love it.
No, neither of you will cringe harder than I cringe just thinking about what I'm about to say. That movie came out when I was in high school, you know, when you make stupid decisions. And everyone was obsessed with the Joker because I lived at the time, I went to a school that was predominantly very white. And I don't know what it is with a lot of white people. Maybe lack of things to do, lack of excitement. There's a lot of fucking people looking for attention in high school when I went to school. Everyone would dress up like the Joker just because, not because it's Halloween. Drive me fucking crazy. Everyone was obsessed with the Joker.
They would just dress up like it on a normal day?
Yeah, just because they really, really loved him. That movie had just come out.
Did that happen to you, Tommy?
No.
I think you lived in a weird place.
Yeah, if that would have
That's
happened
not
in my
normal.
school, we would have been like, the fuck you doing, you fucking try hard?
Yeah, that kid wouldn't have been let on campus at my high school.
I am older so I went to high school during a time where like phones weren't smartphones yet.
You realize we were in high school at the same time, technically, right?
Yeah. But this was my freshman year of high school. Technology advanced very quickly. But because I went to school here. I went to school where like down the street, probably.
Oh, that's right.
But like the iPod Touch came out when I was in like a junior year, I think.
No, it had to have come
No
out
fucking way.
earlier than that for sure.
It wasn't my freshman
I
year.
remember being in like middle school and having an iPod Nano, which came out after the Touch, right?
I don't know.
No, but iPod Touches were around way before you were in high school.
Yeah, what kind of fucking weird time
It's
travel
okay.
shit?
Yeah, he said time's weird now. He's just confused.
Maybe
His dementia's
maybe.
kicking in.
Are
It's
you
okay.
finally gonna accept that you're 45 years old? I've seen it.
I don't know how to ask Google my question.
Oh my god!
What for? When did the iPod Touch come out?
Yeah.
When did the
Jesus.
iPod Touch come out? I don't.
Oh, you can't do it either. God, I'm surrounded by dinosaurs.
Siri.
I'm surrounded by morons.
2007.
2007,
God damn.
September 14th. Ah,
Mine says September 5th.
you want to fucking go?
Hold on.
Oh, you're
hold
on Bing.
I am on Bing.
Yeah.
There's
I wonder
no-
which one.
So 2007 was when I was in. If it was September 2007, I was in 6th grade. You would have been a freshman.
I was 9.
Fuck off. That's weird.
Oh wait, was I 9 or
Okay,
10?
well,
or 10?
anyway.
I don't know.
I didn't see my first one until I was in like a sophomore.
Yeah.
My point was this school, that movie, there's just a lot of people who like less things are on the internet. Twitter wasn't invented or had just gotten invented. I remember that being a big
I gotta
thing.
fact check this man on everything.
Yes. Look it up. Look it up.
I just,
Because-
me and Tanner looked at each other and he pulls the phone out.
But so look up when it was
2006.
Oh, okay, so the year
Twitter
before.
came out before the iPod. Yeah.
But I'm saying in that time frame because I remember being in high school and like one friend had Twitter and the rest of us were not allowed to be on it because no one knew what it was. Our parents
Twitter
were
did
very
take
confused.
a little while to blow up.
Yeah.
It blew up around like 2008, 2009.
Like MySpace was still being used, so fuck everybody. Like these people are just weird.
Mm-hmm.
It was a weird time. The internet, like for children, was just now getting started. They're all fucking weird. But I just was at this party with these weirdos and a bunch of other people who I wanted to, have sex with. That's why I did anything back then. And they asked, like everyone was doing a Joker impersonation, and someone asked me to do one, and I did it, and everyone just fucking got super excited because it was really good. I have never ever made the impression again because I don't want it.
You're like, I peaked.
I was like,
Can't do it again.
yep. I'm like, no, thank you. I was like, thank you for the compliment because I do like that Joker. I just can never admit that to you people. But thanks. I felt really, really good about it. Why the fuck were we talking about that?
I don't know.
I watched the Joker violate Jake Gyllenhaal's bottom.
You started that story by saying like you cringed harder than we were going to, and
I
there
was
wasn't
really, really
cringe
proud.
involved there. I don't think.
Really?
No.
Dude, like,
I don't know.
I'm just.
It makes me feel uncomfortable that a bunch of kids who dressed up like the Joker and really idolized this character were like very proud of me.
You
like,
hung out with a weird group.
I hung out with everyone. I was a social butterfly.
the train of thought that I was on has been derailed.
Left the station.
But here's
a while ago.
here's what I'm saying. Okay, Scene Girls, MySpace. Okay,
Scene Girls.
So you remember Scene Girls? Remember that whole fucking like wave? Did you have any of those at your school?
What's a scene girl?
So it would have been Pine Top. There was just the one then. There wasn't multiple.
Imagine like a girl who's really into like Of Mice and Men, stuff like that.
I liked Of Mice and Men.
Yeah, but she's
Oh,
like
it's you. You're the
she's
Scene
really into all those kinds of bands, right? Like
I thought you meant the book. But yes, I like the band too.
you know, Sleeping with Sirens, stuff like that, right?
Okay.
They're all that kind of girl rock. Yeah. The big hair, big colored hair.
Yeah, that didn't exist in Pine Top.
That that was pretty prevalent in my schools.
I mean, not during that time. It came around later.
So that is a culture that existed, in my opinion, almost exclusively because MySpace was one of the first like massively popular internet echo chambers.
Yeah.
And they all Because those are the ones that like would like type out like talk like babies and say "rar" and shit like that. That was all scene kids, and they were all fucking weird little lip noodles.
So my sister, who is slightly younger than me, was when she was in high school. This was very, very big, but this was not so much big when I was in high school. More towards the end.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, mine it peaked when I was in middle school.
Yeah, I was gonna say because my mom was a high school teacher when I was younger, like in middle school, I would hang out at the high school with her a lot, and that's where I saw people like that.
You're 25?
Yeah.
Okay, you're the same age.
I'm not.
As who?
As my sister who went to school.
Oh, okay.
So that should be now my time reference of like whenever you say things, I'm like, okay, so then she would have been.
So Gabe's just gonna think of you as his little sister now.
Yeah, I'm 25. I'll date up to 35, just saying.
Interesting.
Nope. Whatever you're about to suggest, no.
I'm surprised it's not higher.
Excuse me?
That's mean.
Is it?
I mean, if you got money and you're aging like wine, let's do it. It don't got to be fine wine, it's just got to be wine.
You know who? Okay, this is gonna be kind of weird.
No cheese.
Who aged like a fine wine that I found very attractive. I find very
Rosie
attractive,
O'Donnell.
but it's very strange of me
Steve
to do
Carell,
Patton Oswalt.
George Clooney,
that.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
I just looked her up. Her name
Brad
is
Pitt. It's
a girl.
It's
a female.
Girl. Oh, okay.
She's
Nick Jonas.
I
no,
can
from
only
X-
name male
Jonas.
actors that have aged well. I can't think of any.
Yeah, what the fuck? Who's that?
that's pretty good, Turner.
What female
Sofia
actresses
Vergara.
have aged?
Yes,
Yeah.
but that's not surprising
No.
for me.
Oh, is it gonna be
Ellen.
The girl from X Files.
Oh, Scully. Scully's hot.
What is it? Jillian? I think her name is.
Yeah, Gillian Anderson.
Jillian Anderson.
She's got that weird like businesswoman hotness thing going on, but her with like long hair. Yeah.
Who's the underworld chick?
Her. She's just. I don't know why.
Underworld chick, Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, she doesn't age.
Dude,
at
I would
all.
rather fuck Blade than Kate Beckinsale from Underworld.
You're.
Kate
I
Beckinsale.
can't even look at you in the eye right now.
Kate
Why?
Beckinsale's
That
beautiful.
statement makes no sense, Tommy. What the fuck?
Because at least Blade has really dumb fucking one-liners that are actually amazing.
Wait,
Dude,
And that makes you hard for him? I'm
the end of
confused.
the
What was your
first movie ends with him saying, "Some motherfuckers always trying to skate. I skate uphill." Fuck, I fucking butchered that shit.
I don't know.
That is a
I'm just
good
looking at
fucking
a
movie,
It's
though. Yeah.
Wesley Snipes, right? Who
Yeah.
was
Wesley
it?
Snipes, yeah.
Like,
It is. It should never be redone.
that guy. You fuck that guy
Okay, see,
over Kate Beckinsale.
I think he took it literal.
Yeah, I know. It's,
I'm just confused.
it's all about the spectrums, you know.
Confused, man.
Anyway, what?
How about this? I'll fuck Kate Beckinsale while he fucks me.
That's better, I guess.
I mean, yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah, I think that's a lot of people's preferences, actually.
I think there's probably subreddits dedicated to that shit.
Dedicated to what?
Oh boy.
Miss Anderson is just. You know what? She plays in Sex Ed from Netflix, which is a funny, fantastic show. You guys should watch it. It's hilarious. It's fantastic. But she's
It's fantastic?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Fantastic.
Dude, it's fucking
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie. It's fantastic. Have you never heard that song?
I have.
No, but that's not the word they use in that song. They don't say fantastic.
Yeah, that's what it makes me think of. I don't know. If
Okay.
brush my hair. Does it
What's
dress
the next?
me anywhere?
I always thought it
Take
was
me?
touch.
Is
That-
it tuck?
that- I think
Which-
that's what
whoa,
a
whoa,
little-
whoa,
whoa.
I think that's what a bunch of little pervert kids did. But it also might be touch.
Touch
I don't
me
know.
anywhere.
I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
thought it was Take Me Anywhere.
Oh, it might be Take Me Anywhere.
Maybe because the music video is like in a car, right?
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Yeah.
All right, we should
I watched
talk about something else. This just got very uncomfortable.
I watched.
What? This? Dude Loft Mountain? Ridiculous.
When I worked as a server, I was. Our kitchen staff was a bunch of Mexican
Now-
grown men.
Can I ask real quick? I'm sorry to interrupt, but can I ask? Working as a server, does it get hot? Like because you're having to handle so many websites and different things at one time. You can catch me at my open mic. I'll be Tanner looks
be
visibly
hanging from the
upset.
ceiling?
Yeah.
He's
Anyway,
so upset.
when you worked as a server,
Our entire kitchen staff was a bunch of Mexican grown men, and they would scream, sing two songs, so loudly. There was like a big open area where like our grill was that people could watch them cook. And the entire restaurant was full of their voices singing 2 songs. 1, the Barbie Girl song. 2, Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
I thought it was going to be like, I'll make a man out of you or something like that, but nope.
I should have taught them the words to that song. Where are you around? Like, where were you back then?
Getting hit.
Probably, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Lo siento.
Nah, I was actually at that time I was probably just being a stagnant 19-year-old. Because how old were you then?
20, 21.
29.
God damn it.
21? If you were 21, I would have been 18. So
18.
I would have been moving out on my way, on my own.
When I was 21, how old were you?
I don't know. How old?
He would have been
are
like
you
17,
currently?
16, 17.
How old am I currently?
Yeah.
I'm 23. Fuck off. Don't you ever
That's
ask me
my
that
age,
question
sir.
again.
Spoiler.
I honestly don't know how old you are. Like, like I don't know our age difference.
28.
Okay. So I would have been. I think I would have been like 2.
What?
I'm kidding. I was definitely a toddler.
Yeah. No one will, never will just know. We're the same age. That's what we just clarified right now. And it will never be not known.
I just have to like force myself to remember that every time I see you fart in the powder, just you know. Oh yeah, he's 25. He's 25.
That's the dust for the tortillas. It's just that.
What the fuck? Where did we go?
I don't
Where
know.
did we get to?
How did we start this?
I
hate when this happens.
You know what? Let's do something. I think we should do something a little radical here. I think me and Tanner should run the show while Gabe goes and makes us 35 more tortillas, rice and beans, guacamole. Okay? And then we'll just live podcast the whole thing.
I do want a YouTube channel at one point of me making food.
Dude, I told you we were talking. Was it you? No, I think it was you and me. We're talking about doing a YouTube channel where we just get super stoned and Tanner and Karina just give us ingredients and we just have to make something out of it.
Just hand you stuff.
Yeah, like just like all right, maple syrup, Cheez-Its, like
Make it work.
corned beef hash, and Vienna sausages. Like perfect.
Ugh.
And the secret ingredient is peanut butter.
So the only rule that I can think of for that show is you're not allowed to pick the ingredients.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Because that combination made my head hurt.
That's the point, man. You gotta.
You want me to get high and make something edible out of all of the Vienna sausages and maple syrup
Don't forget the Cheez-Its.
and the Cheez-It.
Well, the corned beef hash,
I love Cheez-Its.
dude.
I've seen
Yeah, you do. You fucking kill boxes of Cheez-Its, man.
Yeah.
like shareable 24, whatever it is, pounds.
Yeah. 24 pounds of
I eat
Cheez-Its.
24 pounds of Cheez-Its every night. I get home. It's like I'm coming.
That's why you're getting so swole. That's what you've been noticing. It's the spicy Cheez-Its.
Dude, Tabasco Cheez-Its. So good. I love those.
that
They
you
need to
call
make
them that.
Cholula fucking Cheez-Its.
Cholula has like a chip, doesn't it? Well, not a chip, but there's some kind of like Cheez-It, Cheetos, something like that that has a Cholula flavor, right?
Maybe it's sunflower seeds. Might be that Bigs. I could be wrong though. What?
You know what kind of warms my heart? Can you just kind of made me think of it again? Because I thought of it
A
one more
microwave?
time. Oh, because it would microwave my. Very good. Anyway,
Do you have any rope?
and maybe some reinforced beams.
Yeah, heavy duty steel.
I mean, there's trusses up there somewhere. We just got to get to them.
I can find them.
Yeah.
How about if we just tie center blocks to my back and you push me off the roof?
No, that's hot.
Tempe Town Lake isn't far.
That's true.
You think my fat ass can get to the bottom? I'm gonna float.
With the cinder blocks.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
We have a kayak. Accidents happen.
we do.
We have a kayak.
Well, a canoe.
Oh,
Oh, there's a difference?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Canoes are open and longer,
Mhm.
and kayaks are like shallower, closed, usually one person.
Say that. Which one's which again?
I think
Smaller
The-
one is.
Well, the canoe's the one out there. You've seen it, right?
Yes.
And then a kayak
Is smaller.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I mean, there's more differences in that, but oh well.
I'll get the rest of them eventually. But
also the
I just
kayak
needed
has
to-
an engine.
Shut up, Tom.
So do canoes.
Don't confuse him.
I was like, you failed to let me know that. Tanner.
There is this really cool like fishing kayak though that has like you sit in it, your legs like stick out, and then between your legs is like a little engine that you like pop up and you stick it underneath the kayak, and it turns it motorized, and you can just go like deep sea fishing with a little motorized kayak.
Cool.
And it's all like hooked up with all the fishing stuff. It looks pretty cool.
You think I'm gonna go deep sea fucking fishing?
Well, I just said deep sea because I was thinking of that video of that dude that got hit by like the punch shrimp or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Whatever those shrimp are called.
that bullet shrimp.
Yeah. What is it called?
Bullet shrimp.
Bullet shrimp. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he had one of those kayaks.
That just
What was I going to tell you, Tommy, about... Oh, will you go on a kayak or a canoe?
Sure.
You will? So,
Bye.
like, if,
I mean, that's gonna be the last thing I do. But sure.
if we do Loft riverboat ride,
I mean,
come?
I gotta get under a certain weight class to be, kayak certified. You see what I'm saying? Because if I sit in a kayak, there's a good possibility the kayak's gonna go. Peace, bro.
So you will soon,
huh?
but not now.
I mean, I did have a hot dog for lunch, so yeah, soon.
Okay.
What did that have to do with the hot dog?
Well, I had Taco Bell for breakfast, so calories are stacking.
But anyway, so you mentioned Tabasco Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
So they were Tabasco Cheez-Its at some point in my childhood. Because my tata used to eat them all the time. And that's where we got them from, because my family loves them. But they don't say Tabasco anymore.
Yeah.
They just say spicy or
It used to
something.
be branded Tabasco. I don't think it is anymore.
Yeah, and it's not...
But tastes the same.
Yeah, we still call them that same thing, because I don't know why they had a fight and they got divorced, but they did. But that made me think that my tata lived your entire life. I think he's lived in Sholo, which is not very far from where you live. Lived. And I used to think, I was like, I wonder if Tanner and my tata ever met. Like, if they just passed by because they were in the same store.
Oh, dude, probably.
Yeah.
There's like 2 people in that town.
Oh my God.
And that's just kind of...
I just figured out how to fix the American political system.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Like, I'm not even joking. This would actually fucking work, I think.
Can't wait to title this.
Okay. You ready, Tanner? Because I'm going to need your help with this plan.
I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm
me
ready.
and Tanner run for president.
Mm-hmm.
We're not 35, but we'll figure something out, We'll run for president, but not as independents, not as Green Party, not as Libertarians, not as Dems, not as Republicans. Run as left Twix and right Twix. Because if there's anything I know about the American people, that will be exactly what they want to see on the debate stage. And they will, for the first time, eliminate the party system in the votes. Because I bet you more people know about left Twix and right Twix than fucking how to register to vote.
I mean, it's upsetting because you're not wrong. Although outlandish idea.
Outlandish is the idea.
Yeah.
Outlandish is the idea. The Rock was in contention at one point. Kanye West ran for president for a little bit. Outlandish.
I mean, yeah.
It is in line, I would say. I don't think it's outlandish at all.
I
compared
mean,
to what we've had.
there's a small difference between you and them, though.
Yeah, I'm the fucking greatest.
They have a following.
Yeah, so do I.
We have.
Hey,
like-
I've got 70 listeners a month on Spotify.
Okay, yeah, that's good. And then like plus our 20 regular Dude Loft listeners. So
Which like 17 are our friends. So
yeah, and a couple of them are not even in this country, so I don't know if we can count that.
Allahu Akbar, you know what I'm saying, my guy.
It doesn't have to be this country. You can fix another country.
True. That actually would probably be easier.
Probably.
You want me to go to like fucking Guatemala and
Oh, we
I'm
need
gonna
to go
shot.
to some like paradise. We got to go to like a really nice country. and
You're
just
talking
take
about
over.
colonization.
Hell yeah, let's go.
You're literally talking about going to a place and colonizing it.
I just
and
watched.
stating our own government on the
Tommy.
people.
I just watched.
That's what our people are known for.
no, that's what not a 1/8 of me is known for.
Tanner got so happy. Like, I watched his roots just go,
Yeah.
It's like Costa Rica, here I come.
I'm about to colonize. That would not be a bad place to take over,
Nah.
because they already have a very wealthy economy, and with you just taking it all and saying this is mine now,
Yep.
It would be, yeah. That would. I understand why you guys did it. Still
I
don't
would
support
say
it.
go for Puerto Rico or Cuba.
Why?
Why Puerto Rico?
Huh?
Why Puerto Rico?
Both of those have like a little bit too much political turmoil for me.
But America would like it if someone took over Cuba.
Yeah, but if we took it over, it wouldn't be part of America.
No, you're right. But we would play nice. But secretly behind America's back, we would ask Russia if they could like put nukes and shit on our soil. And then we go for Cuban Missile Crisis Part 2.
We just instigate World War III.
Bro, fuck it. Like, let's pull the trigger for everyone, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Is what that button do?
And if you're gonna do it somewhere, Cuba's nice.
I'm just saying.
Their beaches are nice.
I'm just saying. The the women of Latin origin, pretty damn beautiful. There are certain countries, though, that are doing it better. You know, in Latin America and stuff like that. You know, and those are part of that certain country thing. You know, Brazil's also doing great. Colombia, always. You know, but you know, you don't really think about Chilean chicks. You know,
Doesn't roll off the tongue.
yeah, you don't really think about like El Salvadorian chicks or like Uruguayan chicks.
Yeah.
You know, you got like Mexican chicks. You know, Mexican chicks you think about. I mean, that's just because we live, you know, in Arizona. But
You know, Tommy,
I'm just saying, some are doing it better.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You've been saying that a lot this episode.
There's
You're
not-
not wrong. You're
Yeah.
just an asshole.
You're not wrong. I just hate listening to you.
Well, because I'm listening and I'm waiting to like say something.
Dispute something.
Yeah, dispute something, and I'm like, but he's making points. It's just about people that are not him. But he's right.
I'm just saying, like when guys who have Latina girlfriends always say like, yeah, like, you know, like she's Cuban or she's Puerto Rican or something. It's because there's a difference in that shit.
Oh yeah.
There's
yeah.
a difference in everything. It's going to be a difference in like attitude, like demeanor.
Food.
Yeah. Just how like if you said
Problem
like, oh,
solving.
he's from the South or like he's from Maine. You know, if he's from Maine, you know, you're going to be able to push him over. It's
I
going to be a
see.
limp noodle because they're so humid, you know, there's so moisture.
I'm going to
Moisture.
upset some listeners.
Okay.
I assume that people like Southern hospitality to me is made up, and I think it's because of the accent.
Incorrect.
Nah, Ludacris defined it, dude.
What?
Oh, you've never heard his song, Southern Hospitality?
It's about going down on a chick.
Is it actually?
Sounds like it.
Oh.
We'll have to listen. But so because there are places in the South where you're not like you can't drive if you're colored at night. You shouldn't stop at certain places, and it's always in the South. And I'm like, I feel like the North and the South are just as shitty of people, but because one has a nicer accent, we have been like, oh yeah, they're hospitable people.
I think there's definitely, just like with Latin America, there is a huge separation in. Look at me. I'm like, oh, he always wants to insult the Southern people of no. There's a huge separation in what state you're in. Some Southern states are really backwards still. Other ones, like you go to like Georgia, you probably wouldn't have a lot of trouble like that as long as you stay a little closer to the bigger cities. I don't know about their rural areas and stuff like that. But, you know, you kind of get to those Southern states, like South Carolina, stuff like that. I don't think you're going to see a lot of it in like those kind of states. So there's Southern hospitality, and then there's Southerners who have that applied to them but are not hospitable people. Yeah, it's like with anything. It's just an overgeneralization. There is Southern hospitality. There is a way of doing that. There are people in the South that I've met who are wonderful people and wouldn't care if you were gay, black, Mexican, straight, trans, whatever. They didn't care. You were a person, and that was enough reason for them to like you and want to hang out with you and help you and all that stuff. Wonderful people, super thick Southern accents, sweet tea that would make your balls fall off, just like it did mine. But there are definitely some people in the South that are fucked up.
On your next first date, go with that as the reason. Sweet tea.
I had some really good sweet tea.
Yeah. And it blew my nuts off. They barely reattached to one of them.
No, she just looks like, oh, you got the Moderna, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, I got so big, I just suddenly kind of popped.
It was a mess to clean up.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
I wonder what the mess would look like. Would it be like fleshy, bloody, or would it be just
Probably
if
everywhere?
your testicle popped,
Yeah.
Probably look like miso soup.
I don't know what that is, and I don't want to know.
You don't know what miso soup is?
No, I don't speak the Japanese.
Really?
But
Because you go around all fucking.
I speak the Japanese accent.
We were talking about this earlier, actually. How it always comes off as offensive. If
Yeah,
if
I was
you're
like, I
doing
hate-
a Japanese or Chinese
I
accent.
said I hate how Asian accents are racist because they're so much fun to do. What the fuck?
It's miso soup.
soup.
Is that tofu?
Yeah.
I think so.
Isn't that just egg drop soup?
No, tofus aren't eggs, Tommy.
There's tofu and egg drop soup though.
Not usually. Usually it's just the eggs.
Well, one of the places we used to go to told us that they did it with tofu.
I mean, I guess you could have both in it, but
Dude, I really like Japanese food.
egg drop soup is usually thicker.
Yeah,
than miso soup.
vegetarian and vegan are two different things. So vegetarians can't eat eggs, and so they could have tofu and an egg in it.
Like Japanese food's pretty legit.
Yeah.
Like Chinese food's obviously
I love
legit
sushi.
too. Yeah. I want sushi so bad.
Oh, I want sushi so bad. I miss you guys.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the podcast. We're just sitting here and like sushi.
Well, okay, so I went to Florida to visit Adam for a little bit, and I was so excited to eat all the fish. Which
Is that a term for something? Am I missing? Oh, okay.
It is.
it is.
I thought that would be more for a straight relationship, but okay, interesting. Maybe the gays are
no,
adopted.
no. You just say you just put a B instead of a P, and it's the same thing. Anyway,
The bish?
No, bussy.
Oh, bussy. Oh,
thank you, Tanner.
You're welcome.
what did you say the other day that made me fucking cringe?
I don't remember.
Oh, bussin'.
Bussin'.
Bussin'. I'm like, ugh.
I always say that stuff ironically. It is just so fun.
But I went with my sister, and my sister hates fish. My niece probably isn't in the mood to try it if everyone else hates it. And Adam also not a fan of fish. I went and I was like, I just want to go to a fish place and eat everything because the ocean, I can see it. I can touch it. I can taste it. I want the fish that's here. But no, I got a little bit of sushi, so that was nice. But now I have to go back and I'm going to a fish place immediately.
People that are adamantly against trying seafood really irritate me.
Me too, but I'm...
Hi.
Well, no, I mean, you tried the mussels I made the other
I did,
day.
and they weren't as bad as I
yeah,
thought.
and,
But I needed to dip them in something.
You'll try stuff, but there's people that are like, I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the ocean. And shut the fuck up. Be a man.
I have trouble eating and this is gonna sound so stupid because I love fish. I have trouble sometimes eating creatures. Where it's not a fish, but it's a creature. It's like a mussel or
It's
it's
not
a shrimp.
disguised.
Yeah, or something like that. Because when I went to Italy, my ex-girlfriend's dad would eat crawfish or something. I don't know what they were.
Did you get some when you were in Florida? You have some nice, you get some juicy crawfish?
I don't know if they were crawfish.
Did you not just listen to my sad story about how I only had sushi?
Yeah, that's true.
But they look like little fucking aliens, right? And he'd pick them up and he'd fucking grab the head with his teeth and pop the head off, suck the brain out, suck the shit out of the body and put it down. And then he looked at me, he's like, "You want one?" And I was like, I just got done eating the pasta with the little octopus arms in it. Not as bad as I thought. We're gonna keep it nice. I was just like,
We're
no.
gonna gradually escalate
I
to
was
that.
like,
I'm
just-
not ready right now.
So there's something in Mexican food that's called ceviche. Have you ever had it?
Oh, I love
ceviche.
ceviche.
Okay.
Well, ceviche is a method for cooking, isn't it? Because there's shrimp ceviche, and how you cook it is it cooks in the acid of the lime.
In the lime, yeah.
I think I'm thinking of cerveza.
So ceviche in itself
Beer?
is not.
Beer.
Yeah. Ceviche in itself is not seafood, right? It's just how things are cooked.
Yeah. And I don't know what the full name of it is, but we just call it ceviche.
Yeah.
But it's, usually with shrimp or fish or stuff. But my dad,
Ceviche de la Rosa Loredana Favira.
and he used to go to this restaurant that would make it, and it would have tentacles that would come out of the bowls. Or the big, they're big, like margarita glasses, kind of. And just tentacles hanging out. Tentacles took me forever to get past. I would stare at them and I'm like, it's gonna suction cup to my throat. I know it's gonna try to be like, not me, bitch, and it's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
That's like, it's a legitimate fear. It took me forever. I still haven't technically tried them, like the way you're supposed to eat them.
Yeah.
Like I've cut into it and like took out a little bit and like tasted it and I was like, okay, I've done it.
Tentacles don't bother me, but I've seen like videos of people from like China or Korea eating like a live octopus, and its little tentacles are like hanging out their mouth and like suction cupping onto the side of their face as they eat them.
Or when they go,
and they're like eating like sea cucumbers and like mollusks and like stuff that's moving and still alive. That's not okay. That makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, pulling something out of its home while it's
Earth
screaming.
Earth go hard.
Pulling something out of its home while it's screaming in agony as you're chomping through it is pretty fucking awful.
Some
Yeah.
Greek god bullshit. What the fuck?
Like, we've developed.
Have you seen that video, Tommy?
No.
I'm gonna show it to you.
Are you
right
sure it's
now.
not just like where they put the soy sauce on it or something and the salt makes it move?
Well, no, that happens too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this octopus was full on in this chick's mouth,
Oh.
and its tentacles were flapping
Oh,
around,
no.
lashing onto
Oh,
her face.
no.
and stuff.
Oh, no, Charlie.
Or maybe it was a squid. I don't know.
What have you
Maybe.
done? You've bit me fucking finger off. Sorry,
But-
it's on a tangent.
But yeah, so
I've actually liked a lot. Sorry, I did not mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so I need someone to go with me to have seafood. And
I'm down,
enjoy
dude.
it.
Hey, I tried to invite you guys on a trip to New York, and you guys turned me down, so it's okay. I'll come with you to
Do
Florida.
you want to go to New York in January? It's cold, Tommy.
Bro, wear a jacket.
Is it before or after the New Year?
After it's January 22nd. Come on, it's just like a 2-day trip. Like we get there, we go to the hockey game, we go to the hotel, we leave the next day. Just say we did it.
Why do you want to fly out to New York to see a hockey game? You could go anywhere else.
Because we're gonna watch the hockey game here live of the same matchup.
So why?
Because it's gonna be the Coyotes versus the Rangers. So then
Here?
yeah. But
So
then
then-
we fly and go watch the same matchup, but played at Madison Square Garden.
Why? Now I'm even more confused.
Just for the experience of it. Have you never done something just for the experience of it, just to say you did it?
I mean, that's why I travel. But like,
So
but
how
like,
do you not
I've
understand?
been to New York and I did a lot of stuff there. I don't want to go to New York in the middle of the winter to watch a hockey game, one that we've probably already witnessed and lost, and go watch and
You've
lose
lost.
again.
There's a you've lost.
Yeah, he's Rangers.
But
Coyotes are gonna get wrecked probably.
100%. It's gonna be great. But
I'm all for this idea. I love to go anywhere. I've not been to New York, so I would love to go. The tiny problem, I may not be in this country because I will have to update my living situation, and I get told when that is in November.
I'm just gonna.
That's
I'll just take one of the cats with me.
Do it.
Just to become a Twitter phenomenon. Just
Yeah,
the guy
take
with the cat
Davey
at
to the
Rangers
hockey game with you. He's got like a little beanie on his hat.
Oh my god, that would be the cutest fucking shit.
That would be fucking adorable. And honestly, I've sent you so many TikToks of people taking their cats out into the world. I don't know why you don't have 2 cat backpacks.
Because it always makes me nervous. I'm always like, anytime I see like a person who's like riding a motorcycle with their dog on it and stuff like that, I'm always like, it's cute, but if you wreck that motorcycle, that puppy's gonna die real
Yeah.
hard. Like it's gonna be real bad.
And I mean,
Like,
you saw Davey explore down here like the 1 or 2 times
he
that
didn't want to
did.
get out of my arms, and
was
the entire time
scared of
he's
everything.
shedding. And
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
Imagine taking that animal outside this house.
Yeah, he's very. Davey is all bark and no bite. He is such a scaredy cat.
But he can just be in the backpack and he'll get used to it. He'll just be like, oh, it's not bad.
Yeah,
I actually
he'll get
love
used
this.
to
While
it
he's
or
not used to
die.
it, I gotta walk through fries with a cat strapped to my back. I'm, let me the fuck out.
Oh, I don't know. I have the opposite problem. I want something that doesn't want to ever be indoors. Just I want to be on all the adventures. I want to go exactly where you go, when you go, where you're going.
Yeah.
Thank
She is probably the most irritating thing when you're gone.
Yeah,
She does not stop. She just like running in circles. Where'd Gabe go? Where'd Gabe go? And that stupid rug by the door that always moves. She's always jumping on it and pushing it up against the wall.
trying to see. Yeah, she really, really enjoys being anywhere else but home.
Yeah.
Oh, poor dog. It's just so hot.
Yeah. This is a tough place to have a husky.
Which is exactly why I was against
Getting one.
Yep.
getting one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're really lucky for how timid of a husky she is, though.
I
'Cause
am-
if she was a normal
Legit.
husky,
Oh, yeah.
like you'd want to kill yourself.
Yeah, she's just a
Yeah.
little dumb. Like, that's it.
Every time someone's like, oh, you have a husky? And after they get away from the weather part, they go, oh, so you have a loud house. And I'm like, no, don't even say those words. Like, she doesn't do husky things. And I never want to teach her. I never want her to learn.
Yeah, she's just curled up in a ball right now.
Yeah, she's very, very docile,
Which
considering all things.
I count my blessings for it every fucking day because I know
Thank you,
my life
God.
could be so much worse. But yeah, one day I will
One
live somewhere
day.
cold and she will just be the happiest.
I love that song.
What song?
One day.
By Mercules, not Mercules.
Mercules?
Hang on, wait, let me get
Honey,
it.
you mean
Monty's
Punky.
Yahoo.
There it is. Yeah. What's Mercules? Did you?
Mercules is like he's a overweight Latino rapper.
I thought you were just combining like Hercules and Mercury somehow.
Me too.
Just Mercules.
Mercury.
No, I would have fucked that up. Been like Mercury.
What the fuck were we talking about?
I don't know.
We were talking about how I have a plan.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Still the Declaration of Independence.
Was it the New York plan?
No,
That was what it was.
no. I was the New York plan. New York.
No.
Fucking chewy fun words there. The New York plan made me think, and I was like every 3 to 4 months, you should just take a flight somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be good. I need to
And just
get.
chill for a week.
I need to get a credit card like specifically for flights.
Well, that's what part of why I want to do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Is start building up miles, and then you start traveling for free and shit.
Yeah.
But I think I want to start doing that because I told you I'm going to start using money just for traveling and tattoos, and then once my arms are filled up, it's just traveling at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've changed 2 of my buckets to one's tattoos and makeup, as
Your buckets? What like a
like savings buckets,
Oh,
like how
gotcha.
I
Our
distribute.
savings accounts, yeah,
Gotcha.
as like little separator buckets.
And then so I changed it to tattoos and makeup, and then the other one is for travel. And I'm so excited, and I want to put the most in travel immediately.
I know. I need to. You guys ever listen to like Dave Ramsey or any of those like financial guys?
Dave Ramsey, I listen to. Yeah,
I like his rule of having like an emergency fund
yeah,
that can like sustain you for like 3 months.
yeah.
I need to get that put together before I start saving up for like travel or
Oh, yeah. That was-
larger fun stuff.
When I had to start doing it for 2 people, I was like, so let me explain all this to you. This is an emergency fund. This needs to get to this number before we can do anything else. Because I was like, first, and then
Yeah.
after we're like, okay, now we can do things.
I'm just like, I'm thinking about one day my AC unit's going to break. And that's going to be like, however fucking much an AC unit costs. I don't know, 10 grand, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
That thought terrifies
No, yeah.
me.
An emergency fund is like, yeah, I have an account specifically for it, a money market account, because it's like such an important part.
That's smart. Yeah, I should get a separate account aside from just a savings because
It suggests you do like money market where
you could get a little bit better interest rate.
well, yeah, you get a better interest rate
And it's
and
still
you can have a
accessible.
card, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can still use it like 6 times a month and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So,
That's
wow.
smart.
Welcome to the smart part of the podcast.
Did you learn that
Yeah.
when you worked at the bank?
I did not. I learned that by doing research on my own.
So smart.
Yeah, but all of my health benefits information I learned from my new job. So,
Nice.
bang bang.
That's kind of how I had to learn shit. So I worked at a bank. So like I knew how to finance my own things.
Yeah.
But on a small scale because I was a teenager. And then like I just continued doing. So I was really good with fraud stuff. And then I worked at other things. That's how I became a bartender. Like I just learned it all from doing it.
I went to a chiropractor last week, and I hand the receptionist my insurance card, and she's like, "Just so you know, we're a specialist." And I was like, "Oh my god, how much is this going to cost me?" like I have no idea how my benefits work, and I asked her, and she's like, "Oh, it's just a $50 copay." I was like, "Oh, thank God, you just about gave me a heart attack."
Yeah.
Like, why are you telling me you're a specialist? What the fuck
It's
does that
usually the
mean?
difference of like a $25 copay. It's nothing
Scared the
super
shit
hard.
out of me.
It's that's honestly, yeah, that benefits took me forever. And like Tommy explained it so well. And I was like, it took me like hours when I got a big boy job. Like, and I was an adult and no longer on my parents' insurance. Like, I had to sit there and like read. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm reading. I can barely read.
I'm surprised you even tried to read it. When I got my job and had insurance for the first time, I was like, I didn't get the cheapest. I got like the middle tier one. And I was like, should be good. Didn't ever use it.
Yeah.
And then now that like it's rolled back over, I was like, oh, I'll degrade back down to the cheap one. And that's literally the amount of time it told me to say those 3 sentences is the amount of time that I thought about
Doing the things.
my benefits. Like,
Oh no,
worthless.
Even I think Tommy, you sat next to me when I did my benefits at Macy's. I think, if not, it would have been at a different job. But I was sitting there and I would read every fucking thing, and I would do it because I knew to do it from the previous one.
Yeah.
But I was like the last person done every single time we do it, and I'm the first person to go. So when do we learn about these? Because it's going to take me the longest time.
Yeah, I can pretty much look at like a benefits chart, and I know what the key things is they're saying.
That's cool.
And can kind of just like break it down real quick. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Yeah, it's odd that I now know that shit because I did not know that shit a month ago
It's
at
good
all.
stuff to know.
But
Because if anything ever happens, you know exactly what's going on. Because like part of the stress of medical issues is like the stress of not knowing how much it's going to cost you.
Yeah,
And
that's the
knowing that would
majority
be
of the stress.
a huge weight off my chest.
Yeah, it's a system that's tricky on purpose, and it's fucking ridiculous, and it's gross and disgusting.
No,
when
yeah,
you see,
the
when
system's super shitty.
like yeah, like if I go through any of your benefits with you guys, you'll see it. Like you just see where it's like, how the fuck are people supposed to know to do this? And
Yeah.
it's like because it tells them on this one sheet of paper vaguely, like do this, then do this, then do this. Like, it's like telling, like I was like, it's one of the few services I think that you pay a high premium for, and you still have to do pretty much 50% of the legwork on it.
Yeah.
Like it's so fucking dumb how much shit you have to do just because they want to make it complicated.
Intentionally so that
Yeah.
they make more money.
Yeah, because like pre-certifications and shit like that. It's like, oh yeah, you need to get that pre-approved if you want to get an X-ray. Because if you don't, we're going to charge you a $500 penalty.
Stupid.
And it's like,
it baffles me greatly that I've gone to the doctor several times. Like I went to someone who does tonsil removals, and I went to this person and I was like, I want them removed, and they're like, okay, do you have a referral? Like, why are you here? I'm like, for you to remove them. Here you go. Get them out. And they're like, no. You have to go to a doctor. They have to recommend that this gets done. I'm not just going to remove them.
Yeah.
He's like, I can, but it's like 10 times more expensive and not covered by insurance because there's no reason to.
Yeah.
He's like, there's a whole process. Like, you're going to have to see a plastic surgeon. Like, I'm like, oh. But it's I pay for it. You can't just remove shit off my body? Like, that's not what you go to school for? Completely baffled.
Yeah.
Went to a
Doesn't
doctor,
make sense.
paid money to see that doctor, and I had to pay to be told I can't go. Like, they can't do anything. Because they were like, oh, we couldn't answer your question before you got here, but you had an appointment, so here's how much you pay us. And I said, okay, thanks.
It's
Yeah.
stupid. And everything is like a separate appointment. You have to pay money for each appointment, for each test. You have to do all this stuff before you can even get to the stage of having your operation.
And I went and had blood work done before because they were trying to. So that doctor made me go get blood work and all this other breathing stuff done to see if my tonsils were actually the problem.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm telling you what the problem is. Take them out. So I went and paid for all of that, and I didn't know the blood area that is connected to the doctor's office. They're like, just go there and do your blood work.
Mm-hmm.
So I did. The way they bill made my bill very, very expensive for getting my blood work done. And my mom was like, why didn't you just make them change it to this place? Like they don't have to do it. They can draw your blood, but you can tell them where to send it. And I'm like, oh, she's like, yeah, you just tell them to send it somewhere that is covered. And then you don't have to pay.
Yeah. So fun fact, hospitals, like whenever you're getting a surgery done, you typically get billed from like 3 to 5 different people.
Yeah.
Because you get like the main surgeon, like you get the hospital stay, you get the anesthesiologist. You have to make sure every one of those people is in network, because every doctor, just because a hospital is in network, doesn't mean every doctor working there is in network.
That's nuts.
Yeah. If a doctor has like multiple practices and stuff like that, or like works at a practice that's just like a collection of doctors, stuff like that, he may be an in-network doctor, but if you go to his practice there, he's an out-of-network doctor. And what happens whenever that happens is in-network doctors have a contractual agreement with the healthcare plan that they will only charge that healthcare plan this much for this service. If you went to get your tonsils taken out and the surgery was covered and network and all that jazz, but then they wanted you to go to do blood work, they sent you to get labs done and it was out of network, basically your insurance has an amount that they are going to pay for out-of-network stuff.
Yeah.
That they say, okay, we'll pay this much of this claim. That's if they just don't straight up deny you. They'll say, okay, we'll pay this much of this claim. The provider goes, okay, we'll take that. And then they come back around and bill you for the rest because they don't have a contractual agreement that says that they're not going to do that. So they're out of network. So now you're fucked. You're stuck with that bill.
So what you should do to avoid all of this confusion is just don't go to your doctors.
Be healthy.
Don't have health insurance.
Seize the means of production.
And just go to my witch doctor out in Glendale.
Dude, there are benefits for people like that.
Really?
Like they call it like it's like naturopathy,
natural medicine or something.
Yeah,
like a holistic doctor.
Yeah, they'll cover like some of those places are in network.
Interesting.
Like there's a benefit for it. Like
That's cool.
They'll cover a little portion of it or something. Like
well,
that.
I mean, I don't know because I haven't been to him in forever. But when I was a kid and had to go to him, you just kind of pay what he charges because it's not in network or whatever. But it was still fucking cheaper than like the cardiologist that I went to for the same problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was partly covered by insurance, and we had like a HSA and put that towards it and whatnot.
Oh yeah, it's all fucky. It's like some insurance plans suck because it's like my insurance plan. If I go in for preventative services to my doctor, meaning I'm just going in for a checkup, not going in for a diagnosis, it's like 100% covered. And then like for anything else, like a diagnosis checkup, it's like $25 copay or $40 copay or whatever it is, right? For some people's insurance, they have to like reach a deductible first.
Yep.
And then, so like, and usually the deductible is like $2,500, something like that. And then once they reach that, then they have to pay a percentage of coinsurance.
Yep.
So basically, the health insurance pays like 60%, and they pay 40% of whatever bills they get.
So they pay like everything up to a certain amount, and then after that, they're paying like half.
Yeah, and there are like
you get a discount.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and there are out-of-pocket maximums for things like that. Like there is a point where it will stop.
Yeah.
Like it's like okay, like the health insurance just takes over from here, kind of thing.
After they've already drained you of everything.
Yeah. So it's but like the out-of-network one, it can get upwards of like 15-20 grand.
Yeah.
Like so, I mean, you're deep in the hole at that point. That's where I was.
Yeah, I went to get my tonsils removed, and the person I picked was in network in her office where I went. So I went back and I was like, here's my doctor's note. Fix them. Come on. And she looks and she's like, yep, I agree then. And then we set up an appointment. I went to the place that she's doing the surgery, and that place that she's doing the surgery in is somewhere else that is not in network. The anesthesiologist who came, who I did not know was coming, because I didn't know how the fuck this worked, she wasn't in network. So before I went for my surgery, she's like, okay, we're going to take you back, and then they'll ask you some questions, take some blood work, blah, 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 blah. Not blood work, vitals. And she's like, and then this is what we just need today, and your insurance covered the rest. And it's like $9,000.
Yikes.
And I'm like, oh, okay. And so then I was like, here's your $9,000. did the surgery, and then like a month later, kept getting bills. They're just like, this is the portion that wasn't covered. This is this portion that wasn't covered. And I'm like, but I've already gave you money. I gave you the money. Why is it happening to me?
Yeah.
No idea. I thought I did everything right, and nope.
There's also another little fun fact. Let's say, Tanner, you go to the doctor for your yearly checkup, right? And
he doesn't.
I don't do that.
no, okay, let's say.
Oh no, dude. Here, wait. So for my company, you get like a discount on your health insurance if you do like a yearly checkup.
Yeah.
Yep.
When I had to re-enroll a couple months ago, because of COVID, they were like, oh, we don't want you going into doctor's offices for your checkup, so just fill out this questionnaire online. It was like 2 questions, like, how do you feel today? How do you feel in general? Get your discount. Like, it was so great.
That's hilarious.
So I got my yearly checkup this year.
Nice. Okay,
That
so let's
counts?
say Tanner
Yeah.
goes in for his yearly checkup, right?
Yeah.
Doctor's checking everything. He's like, okay. He goes, oh, looks like we might have a lump down here on your testicles. Okay. I don't know if he's going to say it all creepy like that. Let's
Stares
go,
deep into my eyes.
he's like, let's go get some x-rays done. Let's go,
On testicles?
yeah, don't they do that for,
There's no bones in there, Tommy.
Sonogram?
but they still see like tumors and shit on x-rays.
Oh, they do?
That's how they look at lung cancer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wait,
Are you sure
I
that's
don't
not like an
think so.
MRI or a CAT scan?
Because if
I'm
you
sure they
do-
do those too, but I'm damn sure you can see cancer on x-ray.
on
like,
an X-ray.
no,
Like,
you
yeah.
definitely can see like the spots and stuff like that, but I
Interesting.
don't think they would do it for
Your
your
nuts?
testicles.
Okay, fuck it. The point is,
Anyway,
you're
yeah,
going
sorry,
in for
sorry.
some sort of imaging process, right? Okay, so you went into the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
You felt good because $25 copay for your visit,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's a preventative visit.
Mhm.
But they found something wrong with you. And now it's considered a diagnostic visit because now we're trying to find something. Now we're trying to figure out what's wrong. That's going to cost more money.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
This is all terrible bullshit.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, and depending, like it depends on how they like code what they're doing and everything like that. It's a whole fucking thing.
I have to pretend to like this country for longer than I thought I should, and I don't know if I'm.
The
okay with that.
country's not inherently bad. It's some of the institutions in it that have gotten too bloated or too ingrained into where it's going to be really fucking hard to make any positive changes.
Well, I mean,
just a long.
all
time.
of these companies that make this shit so hard spend billions of dollars lobbying.
Well, yeah.
And so it's like you can do your part by trying to vote in the right people, but chances are they're just going to get paid off like everyone else.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's like fucking TurboTax. Like taxes
Yeah, exactly.
shouldn't be as complicated as they are.
Yep, but they lobby and,
Yep. Make it
intentionally difficult.
stupid,
Yep.
dumb, the stupidest. Oh, what a sad note to end. But an end. Thank you everyone for listening to Dude Loft Mountain. Come back. Maybe we'll talk about something a little happier, or maybe we'll watch the documentary. Who knows?